Yo guys, what is going on? JPS back with another video, and today we're going to be reacting to why British TV is better than American TV, which is quite the claim for the title of the video. But in the past and currently, I have been viewing a lot of different British TV shows and enjoying quite a lot of them, honestly. I've seen the list is so long that I don't even want to bore you guys with it. But if you do want to see me react to these shows, it's all over on Patreon. It's the first link in the description. There's the shameless plug. What I wanted to get at, though, with some of these shows that I've seen, like an example would be Father Ted, is that they have a very small amount of writers writing the show. Father Ted, for example, only had 2 writers. And with that, you're given not too many boundaries and limits. So the shows will kind of have these one-off episodes or stick to specific themes for seasons and float around, bounce around a lot. You don't really know what to expect. That's one example with Father Ted. There's numerous others, and then you have the panel shows, and just there's just a lot of components of British TV that we don't really get over in the United States. If you compare the writer situation, United States for shows, oftentimes you'll have large groups working on the shows, so there's a lot of groupthink and things that go on with that, and it's just different. It's different when you have a very limited amount of writers or even one writer working on a show, because that writer's personality pops out a lot more, if you get me. But anyways, I've really enjoyed all the different British shows I've seen for the most part. There's been a couple I didn't like, but that's for you guys to find out if you'd like to support me further, because the shows can't be here on YouTube since they're obviously copyrighted. So anyways, with that being said, let's get right into this. Why British TV is better than American TV. Consider hitting like and subscribe, and let's get it.
Brits just do it better.
Asian shit, I'll get off the pot.
For once, Trevor, you speak the bloody truth.
Welcome to Watch Mojo UK, and today we'll be discussing why British TV is better than American TV. Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so be sure to British television may not always receive the same level of worldwide recognition that American telly enjoys, but just because it isn't as well known doesn't mean it isn't great.
Facts.
In terms of specific types of shows that Britain particularly excels at, panel shows are a prime example.
There's a weird man at the back who is determinedly walking towards a door that isn't there.
Panel shows are a virtual unknown commodity in the US nowadays. Yes,
Yeah.
It's a format that has been popular stateside in the past, but they're thin on the ground now, and they're usually very focused on actually competing for points. Meanwhile, here in the UK, the points are but a means to an end. The real reason for these shows is comedy, jokes, comedy, and satire.
What else emerged this week that could make Trump's meeting with Prince Charles a bit tense?
He wants Shag Camilla.
The likes of 8 out of 10 Cats,
Yo, I was literally right about to bring up QI. QI, I always was like, what is the point of these points? What is the point of the point? Seriously though, like at the end, the points are tallied up, but he's right. It's just a means to the end. In reality, it's all about having a laugh. Are you having a laugh? Are you having a laugh? But yeah, QI, I loved QI, especially when Stephen Fry was the host.
The Week, and especially QI, are all about the interactions between the panelists themselves, and the more outrageous the better.
What comes from Glasgow and glows in the dark?
Is it Sir Alex Ferguson's nose?
The spontaneous repartee and clever answers all add up to a stream of shows we'd happily watch on Dave, on repeat, basically forever. So British comedy beats American comedy. Tell us something we don't know.
Yes.
I agree.
And let's be honest, it isn't only the panel shows either, but it isn't just being funny that the UK has a knack for. Because boy, do we know good daytime telly when we see it. While there are various similarities between both sides of the Atlantic on this one, and in some cases UK shows have even been modelled on US predecessors, it's all about the variety with British audiences.
That result is the cat's whiskers.
While US networks offer talk shows and talk shows and talk shows, Britain can binge on a smorgasbord of programme types. with game shows, home, garden and cookery shows, and whole episodes of afternoon entertainment centered on the how, why and where of buying and selling antiques.
Let's go bargain hunting!
As much as we love Ellen DeGeneres, you just can't beat a bit of bargain hunt. Next, let's talk soaps. If it's high-tension melodrama you're after, then it's primetime viewing in these parts.
I don't employ blokes who terrorise women. Hey? You right, me.
While the humble soap has fallen by the wayside in America, nudged out in favour of an ever-lengthening list of CSI and Law and Order types, not only are the likes of Corrie and EastEnders still popular in Britain, but they're also better executed.
So you want me to stay in here? You need to do your punishment, Bobby.
Yes, the storylines are absurd, and the characters are outrageous. And all of those characters seem to spend all of their time in the pub. But would you have it any other way? Given that these shows are often praised for shining light on real-world issues too, they're basically etched into general British culture.
So please, consider yourself very lucky.
But it's not just the actual shows that are better in Britain, it's also what's between them.
Oh yeah.
Although advertising is a necessary annoyance to fund television in general, the Americans seem to go a little overboard. US telly is dominated by advertising, with nearly every program being specifically structured around commercial breaks.
I can finally get back to tending my garden.
I can finally fight my wife's new husband, Danny Krause.
Meanwhile, though it's true we still have to endure the ads in the UK, they're not nearly as frequent or as lengthy, and if you're watching the BBC, then mid-show ads don't actually exist. And even when the adverts are on, some of them are bloody brilliant anyway.
Hi, I'm Derek Bum. Say goodbye to daily stains and dirty surfaces with new kitchen gun.
Fewer ads often brings other benefits as
Oh, don't even get me started. I mean, we've reacted to numerous videos on British adverts, and yes, I have to overwhelmingly agree with this one. British ads blow away anything we have in the United States, and yes, we are constantly bombarded with advertisements, which is the main reason why I don't watch television anymore. A lot of people don't either. Cable TV is kind of a thing of the past, and people are moving towards subscription-based platforms such as Hulu and Netflix, so the ads are kind of becoming a part of those now. So we have platforms and tiers where you can buy Hulu with ads or Hulu without ads. It's still there, but it's just how much money do you have, you know? Ridiculous. But we could never have something like the BBC with no ads because control. Literally though, that would cause I think it would cause an outrage in the United States.
As well, in theory, less emphasis on advertising breeds less censorship, or at least fewer outside influences, which leaves British creators with more freedom on what kind of stories they want to tell and how they tell them.
Okay.
It's often said that scripted telly feels much less concerned with appealing to the masses in the UK, or with displaying content that advertisers or censors will find acceptable.
Would you all please just out of my office?
And so, our schedules are usually laden with indie dramas, cutting-edge comedies, more subtle documentaries, and niche offerings. You just need to know where to look.
I know that look. I do that look.
When you find those indie shows though, don't expect them to be on the air for ages, outstaying their welcome and generally overdoing it.
Well, go on then, if you've got the bollocks.
Good British shows know when to stop. In the States, a short run of episodes usually means that the network has pulled the plug on a series. In the UK, it usually means that you're left wanting more and loving the show because of that. The Office, Fleabag, Fawlty Towers.
Why do I always, like, in my head is exactly what they end up showing? This happened with QI, now it's Fawlty Towers. I was literally right about to pause the video. Fawlty Towers, 2 seasons, 12 episodes total. Let me tell you though, this is the one I don't agree with. Well, the whole talk about bringing it back, I don't even know if that's still going on. But what I don't agree with was the fact that it was only 12 episodes. They could have done a 3rd or 4th season, right? They could have kept it, because there were just so many ideas they could have had with that hotel. Oh man, I was so sad watching that 12th episode because I knew it was over. And I think it was a bit too short too, because even when you watch 6 episodes, you're already on to the final season. And then you're just thinking about, oh, this is going to end because of how amazing it was. So I think they could have gone a bit further. I think they could have. 3 or 4 would have been good, right? Anything past 4, then yes, you're milking it. But 3 or 4 wouldn't have hurt. Let me know what you think about that in the comments, guys.
They all came, we watched them, we liked them, and they left. Perfect pacing, on-point character development, and no filler. America, take note. While there's no need or in fact basis to label all American TV writing as lackluster, it clearly isn't, we Brits are proud of the quality content that our relatively small population produces year on year, and with good reason.
So you are not to be rid of me, my love.
So I am not to be rid of you, my love.
It's all linked with a very British thirst for realism. While UK schedules aren't totally averse to sensationalism, a half hour in Albert Square promptly proves that we're less capes and crusaders and more biscuits and boredom.
You come near me again and I will punch you in the face. Me and you, we ain't family no more.
That's not to say that British shows are boring, rather that they turn actual everyday life into something that's entertaining. The dialogue sounds like something real people would say. The characters are recognisably flawed. The storylines are something that could happen to you.
If you're going to be like this, maybe you should just go.
Not after 3 of you are in danger, no.
What, do you think they'll try it again?
Well, I don't know, do I?
Even with the more outlandish British shows, did someone say Doctor Who? There's a focus on finding the real in amongst the weird. And while there definitely are American examples of this, it's a British specialty.
There's more.
The result? You could say that British telly prompts more introspection and self-awareness. It's subtler. You'll watch it, and then you'll find yourself randomly thinking about it in a week's time. The big, bold, brash, and even bigger budgets of American entertainment clearly has its place. But there's something to be said for stories that make you think, question, and wonder what the heck life's all about, as well. And Britain's got that down to a T.
Happy Valley. Happy Valley will leave me questioning life, like... and oh, God. Don't even get me started on that show. See? Happy Valley. Oh, my God.
What the heck life's all about, as well. And Britain's got that down to a T.
Give my regards to Mrs. Thursday.
And that's why we believe that British telly is better than American TV. What do you think? Do you agree or disagree entirely?
I don't think I've seen enough American TV to... I'm not going to answer that. I'm not going to answer that. I don't know. It's the fact that this is actually a debate though says a lot though, because think about how much bigger the United States is. So that says a lot right there. But anyways, guys, this was surprisingly a good video. You know, Watch Mojo outdid themselves with this one. I liked it a lot. So let me know what you guys thought of it. And do you think British TV is better than American TV, or was that a stupid question? With that being said, hit the like button, hit subscribe, and I will catch you all in the next one. Peace.